if you're here to watch the wiring of the traffic light, you can fast forward through this. This is for all our fans who want to see Camera Girl's wings. So you can fast forward to this right here. That's the number right there you want to go to watch the wiring of the light. Hey guys, today is wing night. Yeah, baby. And this is all about Camera Girl. We're going to be filming Camera Girl here tonight. Making her wings. Everyone's always asking about these wings. So we figured to show you. Nothing special. This is our routine Friday night. Every Friday night we do this. We love it. And here we go. Let's start this wing night. Yeah! Oh! God. Camera Girl is the star tonight. She's going to start making some wings. You all wanted to see this, so we're going to do that. You good? I won't film everything, but this is what Camera Girl starts to do every Friday. Our refrigerator's a little full. Look at these guys. Look at these wings. Yeah, she likes to cut these things up. We get these from a place called Giant Seagull here. Actually, it's Giant Eagle, but I call it Giant Seagull.
Making a racket.
She's not used to being on camera. She's used to being the camera girl. I am camera buckets right now. Washing her hands. All right, okay. I'm not gonna film everything here, but we'll. I said that before. There's buckets right there in the window. All right. Hey, see, I could.
Hey.
Yeah, I am filming. And this is how she does cutting up the wings. Look at that. You want me to sharpen that knife for you?
You don't sharpen my Werther's knives.
Her precious.
These knives are special.
Oh yeah?
These are out of Dover, Ohio. Handmade knives. So no, they don't get sharpened.
Who makes those knives?
Werther's?
All right, Dover, Ohio?
Yes.
Dover.
It's well worth the visit if you haven't been there.
We actually filmed there once. I don't think we actually did a video on that one. We got
We
it filmed.
filmed, but we
Yeah.
didn't do anything with it.
We were going to film through the factory, but they don't want to let us film through the factory. You got to go visit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still frozen.
Oh, look at that. Some of them are still frozen. Oh, yeah. And she's got her special seasoning.
Don't be sharing no secrets.
I can't tell any secrets, so.
What's with you? So, I cut these wings up because Buckets likes drums.
Oh, yeah.
Camera Girl likes the wings. Perfect. I don't have to share mine. He doesn't have to share his.
That's right. Until she gets full, then she goes, here, you can have these.
And then I keep the tips for making chicken soup. Because there's nothing on it.
And these are our fryers. That's Camera Girl's fryer, and that is Bucket's fryer.
Yes, because no cooties can go into my food. It'll make me sick, so.
Yes, Camera Girl has to be gluten-free.
Yeah. I need to be gluten-free, so the food has to be done separately. So, there's my wings. There's his drums.
Yeah, buddy. It's wing night.
Woohoo!
Oh, the dancing chicken on this thing there. Look at that. He's dancing on the counter. Right over there. She's going to get the air fryers. Now, we don't deep fry them. We air fry. Me, I just touch one button and then I'm done because I don't know where I'm going. Look at her. She knows all what she's doing here. And we have our little stash here of our beverages we like to drink with. Looks like she's... I am not no camera guy, I tell you that.
No,
She's
no, you're not.
off the scene, guys. She is yelling at me, telling me what I'm doing wrong. She's ready to put it in the wings. Here at the Buckets household,
Buckets is always getting in trouble.
I'm always in trouble.
There you go. They're in.
They're in. They look at. There's me. Hi guys. In the glare. All right, wings are in. We'll see you in about 20 minutes. Well, our 20 minutes. It'd be your 3 seconds. Now the camera girl's relaxing for a moment. Our show, Tacoma Fire Department. That's what we watch on Friday night. Yeah, buddy.
It's toothless.
Oh yeah, and that's our little cat there, Toothless. She adopted us.
She did. Actually, me.
Yes, her. And the other one over there,
That's Dusty.
that's Dusty.
He also adopted me.
She is so annoyed with me right now. So anyway, guys, we're out of, now this sauce here, that is a good sauce I use with ranch dressing. Camera girl don't have hers out yet. She likes hers cold. But I have mine ready to go. The mud sauce we're out of right now. But see in the corner here? That's the mud sauce. We get that. We went to Texas one day to a restaurant and we found this mud sauce. Man, that's some really good sauce. We got to order some more, don't we, the camera girl?
Yep.
Hey guys, I was told to come in here and shake up the wings. They're smelling good. Hear that sizzle? Camera girl came in here before I could stop her.
Oh, I think yours are very downy.
What's that?
Yours are very downy.
Listen to a little sizzle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that. Oh, guys, look at that. So here's the butt. Oh, I think. Oh, guys. My mouth is watering. All right. Camera girl, where are your sauces? What do you use? Come on. Come on, show the sauces. She gets her little dish out. She's very simple on her sauces.
I like Olive Garden Parmesan Ranch, and I like golden garlic. But it's got to be mixed together.
I won't be kissing you later.
I'm good.
Oh, jeez. All right, guys. Now we're going to start chowing down on these things.
There we go.
Guys, here we are. Oh, we're ready to eat. We're going to watch our TV show. Pour my sauces. And we'll catch you guys. The camera girl is actually filming, and she's got to eat before our wings get cold. You guys enjoy the video. We'll see you guys later on. Hey guys, how's it going today? Camera girl's helped me out for a moment. Taking her out of her busy schedule. Well, today we're gonna work on part 1 of this traffic light right here. Yeah, that one. Part 2 would be with the controller. So you can use a controller to control your light. This one would be a simple one. So for you guys who just want to hook it up and plug it in and just have it light up, that's great. The second one's gonna be on my vintage traffic light. My vintage traffic light with this. My very first traffic light I ever bought, and I still have it. And it's very old. So that one we're gonna do, this controller. So guys, without any further ado, let's get into this. Put this traffic light to light up for you. All right. Now, if you ever get one of these traffic lights, get them at the car swap meet. If you happen to find it, like I found one at a scrapyard. My first one was at a flea market in Painesville, at Lake County Flea Market. I'll never forget that. I was so excited when I got that bugger. Now, I'm gonna need something, pliers to open this thing up. Now, what you can do is I'll start off with the yellow in the middle. Sometimes that's where it's always at, is where your wiring is. Now, remember, these traffic lights are 110 volts or 120 volts. They are not 220 or nothing. They are a regular lamp. So you don't have to worry about that part. This is so simple, it's not even funny. Ooh, look how clean that is in there. There's a bunch of dead bees in there. You can tell this has been hanging around for a while. Dun-dun-dun-dun. And there it is. There's where all the wires connect. As you see, that's where all your connections are. Oh, look who's come down to visit me. Now, your color code here, to wire this thing up is very, very, very simple. You have white with neutral side, I should say. And then all these are going to be your positive sides, which is your typical, I think, black in a house wiring. Don't quote me on it. I'm not an electrician, guys. This is just a hobby. So you might want an electrician to actually do this. So this is if you just want to bypass the safeties and just do this yourself. And don't ever have this plugged in when you're doing it either. Never have anything plugged in. Always have it hooked up to a fused area. So now you're going to have green, yellow, red. Of course, you know what that means. That's for the green light, yellow's for the red, yellow light, and red's for the red light. And remember, this is your neutral side, and that's your hot side. Neutral side, and your hot. Okay? Now, what we're going to do, as you can tell here, when they had it up under the pole, the wires came out, went to the control box, whatever. All right. These wires, each one of them is actually marked. Now, as my antique traffic light is, it's got the fiber wire. It's really old. You'll see. But anyway, as for your red light, of course, yellow and green is for your green light. Now, I recommend when you do this is use the ground fault wire. That way, if something happens, it'll actually kick out your breaker or a GFI. That way you don't have to worry about electrocuting yourself. Playing with electricity is very dangerous. You know, AC current can fry your butt. So, now, we open this side. Actually, those ain't bees in there. Those are actually old stink bugs. Look at that. Ew, ain't that gross? Wow. I guess I'm going to have to sweep this bugger out before I move it. And this is a Cruise Hands. Cruise Hands traffic light, which was really highly collectible, at least in when I was doing traffic lights, was very collectible. Man, it was so much fun. I have the big one hanging in the garage. So anyhow, a 4-way. What we're going to do here, we're going to pull this wire out. Let's get this out of here. We're going to take all this thick wire out. We don't need any of this. So we're going to disconnect all these. This and all these here. That real thick wire, we don't need it. Don't touch these. Leave these alone. So just on this side, let's go ahead and take this wire out. All right, guys, so all I'm going to do, you know, Cruise Hands is actually really cool because look at this. Look in the back here. Green, amber, red. It's even marked on the casing. They don't do that anymore. These were well-built traffic lights. I mean, look how long they've been hanging up there. Hanging up there for many, many years. I think I can't remember the year of the one I have. It's in the garage. Well, the one we're going to do after this video. So, Now I'm going to get all these loose. Just a regular flathead screwdriver. Whoop, pop them all off. Now, yank it all out of there. Here, I'm going to push this through. There we go. Voila. Then scrap it. Take it to your local scrap yard. There you go. All right. Okay, now, so what I found here is a cable, old computer cable. I think an old computer cable works just fine. You know, these ones that have that, where's my lens? Oh, there it is. Hey, look, I'm always looking at the wrong lens. This old computer cable, long enough, it should work just fine. So, you just take your, uh-oh. I cut it off. Run it through here. It'll make it easier. So, yeah. By the way, what I'm going to use here, this is by Crashman wire strippers. These are actually really nice and handy for stripping wire and also crimping, but I'll show you more of that when we get into that. So, get yourself a pair of these if you don't have yourself a pair, and computer wire. Let's run this wire through here. I'm going to bend it just a little bit, put it like a little L snaky thing to it. Since I'm going to use this. Come on. Run it through. There we go. All right. You know, even an old extension cord would work. But you're definitely going to want something with a ground on it. Work your way through here. And I want to have where it's going to be your common ground. And then where I can hook up to any of the traffic lights here. All right, so the next thing, guys, is you want to get yourself some of these bad boys right here. I'm not sure the size of these because I bought these in bulk, so I don't know the size. But you want to get something that's going to fit right through that screw. And these look like the screw will go right through those. Now, you don't have to use the rounds. I like using the rounds because if this wire were to get yanked on, it ain't going to pull them out and short out against stuff. I mean, it still can. If you put enough force on this wire, it's going to yank that out. But I like to put these on so that they don't short out. So what we're going to do now is we're going to strip these here and put those on. Very simple to use these. If you've never used one of these, man, I tell you what, they make it so nice. Like this is a 14 gauge, so I'm going with 14 gauge. I twist it just a little bit, and voila! Look at that. Strips it beautifully. It's a great and wonderful thing. Now that's even smaller, since now I got a double wire here. That one kind of pulled through, so got to pull that off a little bit. There we go. Go back to 14 gauge. Right there, about the right length. I'm going to need twist it a little bit. If you want me to zoom in, I'll show you how that is. Just twist here a little bit. Give it a nice little twist. Just like that. Now, I did this because I already know the length I need. But you wanted to at least come here. When you're going to put this on, you want it to stick out just a hair. Just like that. That's nice. That's what I call a nice way to do it. Now, you're also going to be using this end right here. It's all color coded on here. You got blue, yellow, red, and then it tells you So this is blue. So I'm going to go right there. Probably this one. But me, I always do it from the top. I just go right here. You stick it right in. About right there. Okay? Make sure you don't go back and forth with this. You want to have that sticking about right there. And then squeeze. And crimps it. And I want to give it a little extra crimp right there. And there we go. And it's ready to go. Now, I'm going to put the other ones on. And by the way, this one here is a really small gauge here, that green one. That's your ground. We're going to show you what we're going to do with that ground here in just a moment. So, we're going to go with the smallest one, because I know that's pretty small. Take that off. Twist it a little bit. All right. So let me get these other ones on, and we'll go from there. Okay, guys. Now, on your wiring, so it's this plug. I think most of them have this on there. If you ever noticed on your plugs, because it ain't going to focus for me. You see how that's all rigid on that wire? This one's all smooth. This one's all rigid. And then at your center is your ground. Well, your neutral. So, the one with all those lines is your hot wire. I do believe, now I'm not an electrician, but from what I understand, from what I checked with my meter and everything at times, is that this is your neutral side and that's your hot side with the one with the lines. So the one with the lines, you're going to want to use that for right here. All right, so let's say we're going to hook up the red one. We're going to hook up the red light. All right. Now, you can take wires and just jump. Make more of these and make jumpers. Go from here to here to here. So let's say you want the red, yellow, and the green on. Just put your one on here and then jump it. That way you have all three of them connected at once. Or if you just want vice versa, red and green. You know, wire from here to the red, vice versa. Now, if you're going to use a flasher or something, you can do that too. Just put it on your yellow. All right. Now, we're going to hook these wires up. I'm going to hook it up to the red, and I'll show you what we're going to do with the ground. Of course, all the way over here is your neutral side. I'm going to hook up the neutral end on this white block here. All right. All right, so now the neutral's hooked up. The hot's hooked up to the red. I'm not going to turn on any of these right now. And I'm going to hook the ground up to here. This is chassis ground. This will work. If I want to take that screw out here, this should be your chassis ground. Just to be safe, guys. So I don't want no one to get electrocuted here. So we're going to hook that up right on that one there. Okay, the ground's hooked up. Everything's hooked up now. Got everything hooked up correctly. You know who'd be really good at doing this? Doc would have it done already. Doc Neon. Oh, yeah. Doc would have had this all ready to go. He's a little quicker, I'm sure. He's a smart guy. All right. Now, as for these light bulb guys, these are really strong. These like, this one here says, it says they're right on the bulb. I don't know if you can see it. Traffic light signal bulb, 69 watts. Actually, no, it's 125 to 130 volts, okay? That's 69 watts. I take these out usually. You can put LED bulbs in there. Let me show you. It's a regular house light bulb, basically. So you can put LED bulbs in here. Hey, look, you can see me in there. Of course, I look like a socket. My head's a socket hole. Oh my God. Where's my head? My face. Anyway, that's all you need to do. You can change them out to LED. They use a lot less less electricity. They actually work a lot cooler. They're not so hot. My little scrapyard fine. We're gonna plug her in. Plug it in here. Let's see if we have sparks. Look at there. Let me touch it. There we go, shot. Okay. It's really bright. And that's the way I'll have that one lit up. And she's ready to hang up and look cool somewhere. In a bar, garage, man cave, anywhere. So, all right, let's get into hooking up the other one. That one's going to be a little more complicated. All right, guys, now we're going to get into this old antique traffic light. Well, actually, we're going to wire this one up, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. Same thing as the other one, but except the wiring in this one's really old. This is the original traffic light, the first one I ever had bought. I bought this traffic light years ago, and it's an old Cruise Hands. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but did you see that smiley in there? They call these smiley face. And there's this emblem for the Cruise Hands inside it. If you guys know what this is, message me or put it in a comment what you think that's for. Each one of these have it. This one, all of them, what that smiley was for. It's very cool. But anyhow, now this was kind of loose because that one broke probably when it was taken down, but I never really messed around with it. Now see how old that fiber wire is? That's not really color coded. Of course it could have been, but it's faded now. But I'm going to, even says Cruise Hands right there. I do believe this is the 1920s, somewhere around that age, traffic light. I had forgotten when it was, what the year is on it. These are glass lenses with the seal on it is actually like cloth seal. These are glass as well. You can see this one's actually broken right here. And that's how it was wired in, right down there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wire this in like I did with the old one. Of course, I already had this in my old house before I moved, hooked up to a furnace timer that I cut and made it work so the traffic light actually worked. Now, I was going to look for the old timer. I don't know where I put it, but I put it inside a box, and it was on an electric motor. But now we have something new to hook it up to. Now, where we're going to hook it up to is what I ordered off eBay. You can probably get them on Amazon, Scamazon, as my friend Tara would say. And this is the brand I ordered. This is the controller for the traffic light. This is the manual. So what we're going to do, but you have to follow these instructions if you want it to work correctly. It's not fun to figure. If you're really tech savvy, it'd be all right. But this is it here. I've got one out already. This one actually goes to my friend Taryl's friend. He has a traffic light that he needs that for, so I ordered two of them. This is the one I already took it out of the bag. This is what it's going to look like. Now you can mount this inside the traffic light. This here, this one's nice because it's got a display on it. I made one of these for Terrell, and the one I made for Terrell didn't have the display on it. He's going to hang that up in the shop. So, and this actually comes with the sticky thing so you can actually put it in your box or whatever you want. But what we're going to do, I'm going to show you. Okay, we're ready. Got the wire. Got this wire. Got an old battery charger box. Was it Die Hard? I don't know. Die Hard, yep. I took all the innards out of this box because it's a nice little box. Now I'm going to put this inside the box. That way I can mess around with it if I want to hang that light up high. I'm going to have all this wire so I can hang the light up, and I can mess with this somewhere lower. That way I can change the light sequence if I want to. And of course, power supply. Overkill wire, which I kind of like anyway. I'm just going to cut that end off like you see in the doing the other one. This wire here, of course I'm going to use the white as a neutral, and then red is red, and then I'll probably use blue as like the green, and then yellow for black. Since this is 4-wire, it's perfect for this traffic light, which I found this at the scrapyard, so I'm not sure what the use was for, but I'm sure you can find this wire. Let's see, what does this say? Made in USA. Okay. Oh, there's the model number. 16 gauge, 16.4. Yeah, that's the wire I'm going to use to put in the traffic light and wire it up to this box. So let's wire this sucker up. I'm going to go ahead and hook up the wires. Look at the instructions, how all this works here, how all this wires up. So let's do that. Let me show you guys how to do this. All right, guys, I did like I did earlier. I stripped the wire. Now what I'm going to do with this wire is use your 60-40 solder, or any kind of whatever you like to solder with. I like to use a little bit of flux. We're going to solder these wires here. Give them a nice little steady thing here. And unfortunately, this thing does not use ground, which I'm not happy about, but it'll work. And we're going to go from underneath because heat rises. Get that nice and hot. There we go. All right. Now those are ready to go. Turn off my soldering gun so I don't burn anything or myself. Now as your display here, or the circuit board I should say, your first one is your power inlet. These two here are going to be your power inlets. So remember, the one at the end, this ACN, that is going to be your neutral wire. And then the one over here, the ACL, that is your hot wire, or your line in, hot line in, whatever you want to call it. And remember, that's your neutral, and that's your hot, the black. Oop, not in frame here. Now you got to find yourself a tiny little screwdriver. A teeny weeny little screwdriver, which I can't find right now, to get my big hand in the way. And you want to loosen these a bit. Just like that. Loosen them up. Put your, we could do this one here first. If you get it in there, it doesn't want to go in, you might have to shorten your wire a bit. Let's see. Oh, should be just fine right there. You want to snug it, nice and snug, but don't go crazy. Don't over tighten it. Same with this one. I'm going to go ahead and loosen that a bit more. Get this to go all the way in. Now I see a little bit sticking out. Now see, I like to probably get a little more light to it. I still see a little shininess, so what I'm going to do is trim that just so there's nothing sticking out. You know, it doesn't really matter because it's going to, you got hot leads up here anyway. But still. and it's their neutral wire. So, but anyway, I like to do that. See, looks more neater anyway. Get that nice and snug. All right. Now you got your power leads in. So what we're going to do, just for the fun of it, I'm going to take the instruction booklet and put it underneath there because my table is, the top of this can be steel. So let's plug it in and see what it does, right? See if it lights up. Hey, look at it, it says hi. Hi! In the camera it's flashing, but here it's not. That's not flashing. That's because it's LED. All right, we have juice, and it's ready to go. Now we're going to hook these leads up here. All right, guys, what I did now, I did the same thing I did on the other wire. Was I soldered all these, gave them a nice solid tip. Now what I'm going to do is wire these up. White is going to be the neutral. Now I'll give you a little secret. All right, see it says neutral line, neutral line, neutral line. And then up here it actually tells you the colors. Green, yellow, red. So those two are green, those two are yellow, those two are red. And each one is the neutral for each light. But since I got a long wire going up there, all you need is the one neutral, which is closer to this side. Because on the circuit board, they're all running, the neutrals running to each other. This neutral goes over to this one, this neutral goes over to this one, then this neutral goes over to here. Over to there. There we go. Now I'm in frame. So all you got to do is worry about the one. Since this wire here is the one I'm going with for neutral, I'm going to put it closest to that side. The rest of these, of course, I'm going to make that the red, which I'm going to mount here. I'll make the blue the green, and then black yellow. So I'm going to wire these up, and I'll show you in just a second. All right, so we have them all wired up. This is my neutral. Red for the red light, yellow, and green. And you notice I leave those two empty neutrals. You don't have to worry about those. All you got to worry about is that one, because this wire is going up to my traffic light, which is going to be hanging on the ceiling. Now this is all going to go in the box, so I can open the box up at any time I want. You can make any box. If you don't have to use what I'm going to use, you can find probably something maybe with the lid on it. See, I'm just going to hit this box, put it together. That way I'll have to take the screws out in order to open it up to get inside it, to change this around if I want. You know what? I think I'm changing my idea, guys. I think what I'm going to do, I want to buy myself a plastic container, heavy-duty one that's clear at the top. So I can actually put this inside the clear container. I'll have the two wires come out to the container like this. So let's say this is clear. And back up here a little bit. Let's say this is clear. And then the lid opens like this. Click, click, open and shut. I have the two wires come out right here. These two will come out like this. And I'll mount this in there nicely with the little parts they give you. That way I can open the lid and I can change what I want to change around in here. As you can see in the instruction book, let me zoom in there for you. It's going to tell you all your functions of your traffic light here. All these little buttons you can do different functions. So, but then I'll have the clear box so I can see what this thing's doing. I can see the lights blinking and everything. I think that'd be kind of cool. Let's do that instead of using this box. Disregard that. So let's go ahead. I'm going to wire this wire into the traffic light, and then we'll play around with that box. All right, guys. So now I got it all wired in to the traffic light here. Plenty of wire to hang up. I think I got a little bit too long. But we're going to go ahead and plug this in. Just like that. And shut that light off. controller says it's working. Red, green, yellow, red. Okay. And with the traffic light working now. Go. Oh, I better stop. Oh no, that light changes fast. Ooh, we gotta change that. So, in the instruction booklet, it tells you all your different constructions, but there's a lot here. There's a lot of different things you can do. So, and this is, if you like this brand, what you see, this is a brand, I'll actually, maybe I'll try to find the link for it, and you can order that through the link. But there's all these other buttons up here and switches that you touch and try to make it work. But while you're in there with your fingers, be careful, because this is all 120 volt here. So if you're touching it with your fingers, you could get a good shock. So be careful when you're doing it. I'm not an electrician, like I said, but this is for you do it yourself guys. And I'm not going to go through all this. Basically, I just wanted to show you how you could do that, do your controlling, and then you get to figure out how to work it. That's all up to you. We don't want to sit here and bore everybody to death by showing you how to program it. But so far, I kind of like that. I might slow it down a bit to make it go a little longer. I'm going to switch these out to LEDs. They use a lot less electricity, and they're not so hot. And I can run it all the time and not even worry about it. So there you go, guys. That's the controller, which I'm going to get a different box. I want to mount it. I just decided to do that tonight instead of using the black box, instead of that one. And we're going to hang it up. Check this out, guys. Somebody's getting their ice cream.
Absolutely, I'm getting ice cream.
She's done with the wings, and now she got her ice cream.
Yeah, diet? What diet? There's a diet of ice cream is what's happening here.
Yep. And we're done with the wings. Yeah, she can have the ice cream. I can't eat that at night.
Yeah, I don't have those problems.
Well, guys, from Camera Girl and I, have yourself a great night. Oh, yeah. Please subscribe. Look at that. And like. There you go. You guys have a wonderful night and a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you guys again soon.